Me betena ha ka kire mo say IMF bebrebe Ghana yeko. The reason why we are going to the IMF ayede ahontre to Ghana for so no. Enye bibi enti o. Eye bosia a ye sanso pese ye kokobo no. You see, when I sit here and I tell you guys the future of this country, it doesn't look bright. I am not being a prophet of doom. It is based on yempenyum for their way of thinking. Yenjin echimba. He Ghana echimba umebro. Mate se expert can say IMF we yakoi. Yeko we are. Yeko IMF we after 3 years enche yebesan so akwa another IMF. Mate se mo acha se wo mo kasa nsem no. Na nini nemu no tie. I told you said ye ni nende ye di ahotre to Ghana for ni so nya IMF and it is because we want to go back to the international market to borrow. And the City Newsroom is confirming say President Akufo Addo ababeka wa confirm say indeed that is why and I mean not directly said that is why, but Akufo Addo can say we will soon return to the international market to borrow. Inti ade akose yen sebi de bia wokofa baby saa baby na wokofa na de bia wokofa ho a kraman erew kraman ekaw eme de wokoto hospital akwan bebre wo ho na so de bia wokofa saa akwan ne so a kraman ebekaw na de wakoto hospital ho to na wo ba o se ho na mefa wasanso akofa ho na kraman akaw na de wasanso akoto hospital obeda hospital emu ayedin na bompa ho ato ho to wa o se akwan bebre wo ho amefa akọ bebi amekọ no memfa ho bebi ade bi akraman ka me ne ho na de bi asebe obi a wo yesa no edien na nkrofo beka atrew hetiefo obi a wo yesa no edien na nkrofo beka ye ndi watem ye nka se na abrantie wo ye okay nkrofo nka se sebe impredias ase wa adwen na atoche. Won't people say that? And that is the situation Ghanaians are going through right now. That is what we are going through right now as Ghanaians. It is sad. It is sad that we allow ourselves to go through something like this. It is sad that we will allow ourselves to do this. You know what is causing you. Inti anyebia na ka Ghana yo man sa o man wo se ye bobosia 1 cedi krafi obi ho. Nyankopon de waye yen wanya yen nsem biom. De Nyankopon waye Ghana yi wanya yen nsem biom. Ghana yo man Nyankopon bebo ye obebo bosia 1 cedi mpo afiri ye ho. Ghana yo man what is this? What is going on? And then ekosui. What don't we have in this country? Every year we discover new things. Every year new things. What is going on? Also, we will soon return to international market to borrow. Akufo Addo. Also, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo has reviewed plans to return to the international market to borrow to fund infrastructure projects following the successful completion of Ghana's $3 billion deal with the International Monetary Fund. Speaking at the Qatar Africa Economic Forum in Doha, Mr. Akufo Addo said even though his government is in no rush to return to the international market, it makes sense to take advantage of the market now and make some savings. This is what President Akufo Addo is saying. I see, market, you take advantage now so that we make some savings. Hey. I see, we have positioned ourselves to be able to go back into the international market, which had been a source of funding for us during the first 3 or 4 years of our government. The president said, adding, there is no rush, but obviously, why not take advantage of global savings? It makes a lot of sense to me. We will try as much as possible to maintain the discipline which is required and the most important requisite for a successful program. When President Akufo Addo told Ghanaians said he will cut his pay by 30%. Na the cabinet ministers and so ye kate omo budget na nyama no. IMF reporter aba etrese ye ntro no mutwa Ghana for. They didn't have the discipline to undergo some measure no mwankasa edeba no. And then the president is telling Ghanaians say they will maintain the discipline to undergo a successful IMF program. Nyankopon kasro ho. Na Nyankopon wodi nipa ano asemeti a. Also the finance minister Kenofo Yatta had earlier emphasized Ghana's commitment to fiscal responsibility, stating that Ghana will not hastily seek to return to the international capital market for borrowing. As he's speaking at a press conference on Thursday, Oforiatta highlighted the importance of revenue measures and prudent expenditure management in ensuring financial stability and sustainability. Maybe I made the story be broke and Oforiatta nangasana MPs na sanso sorry. Etiane say onko. As he further acknowledged the revenue enhancing measures outlined in the budget, particularly improvements at the Ghana Revenue Authority, which are expected to provide the necessary resources for the country's progress. As there is no rush in going back to the international capital market. Our expectation is that by managing our expenditure and increasing our revenue, we will have the resources to address our needs. As the President Akufo Addo also disclosed that the government will begin rigorous expenditure cuts to meet the conditionalities of the International Monetary Fund. He said the government is eager to turn the fortunes of the country around and will do everything possible to ensure that the ailing economy is revived. As Mr. Akufo Addo expressed confidence that the IMF bailouts will help revive the Ghanaian economy. Rationalization of our expenditure, rationalization of government expenditure is something that we have given the assurance. Domestic revenue mobilization is absolutely critical for us, and already we are seeing signs. As we have a fiscal responsibility law in Ghana that has pegged our fiscal deficit at 5%, but already we are way above that. And the sooner we can bring that to more acceptable levels, the better for us. So the sooner we can change our mentality, what I'll say is the sooner we can change our mentality, the better for us. Listen, do we always need to live life like this? Do we always need to live life? Senya Ghana, ye live life. Ye this saying, over 60 years, Ghana ye nipa nkokwa retirement. You've borrowed throughout. You've mismanaged your resources throughout. Bebia omaine do no. Do we always need to live life like that? It's a simple question I'm asking. Do we always need to live life like that? Can't we sit down and have a plan for this country? Can't we sit down and say, I buy into maintenance and say, yeah. Yan kwa bonti nkonko bobo siambium. Yet now on my way mu, maybe ye calculation tremo. Osha IMF sika wo mo de mayen. Ene Ghana sika yankasa ye sika ye taxes aye misappropriate a. No kwan ne nyame anim ni. If ye adwin say ye be prudent. Ye adwin say ye be just 50% prudent awon. Nanka biun ye nkwa abonten krase ye kobobo siankra bium. Ye adwin say we are living within our means. Ye taxes ayenya. President Akufo Addo has been the luckiest president in the history of this country when it comes to tax collection. No president in the history of Ghana. Inya etuo esin President Akufo Addo. No president. And the records show. Mahama, ne era, ne tax awonya ya na eye the highest. It was President Akufo Addo's lowest. Till the Americano, revenue collection and a revenue mobilization. Taxes are buying yae, sika are buying yae, Mahama time. The wonya ya was say, hey, Mahama menye sika pa, we de Ghana for ya jet tax menye sika pa no. Akufo Addo buy no, na eno na ye Akufo Addo ne lowest. That is say, sika Akufo Addo nya ye no, ebro Mahama de no, bohum. Presidents be in Ghana, ye ka tax, sika wenya sen President Akufo Addo, presidents be in ho. But why is it that, aside all those things now, under President Akufo Addo, ena economic conditions are yen bida ebisi wo man we mu. Under President Akufo Addo, ena pensioners ananka yenti omonkanda omo kasa. Under President Akufo Addo, ende ukwa bank se ukwa ye treasury bill ana ukoto security a. Forms a yebema wa fele no ma se nya asem ketwa. First no na ukwa bank na se ukoto we ya betre se u to treasury bill kre betre se bra na beje o certificate o treasury bill certificate no bra the next week na beje. First no na ye nim se Sa treasury bill ni sa nyama sa securities ni na no risk zero. Ye kasa risk zero a. There's no way a obehwe osika. Uto ya ubenya osika. Inti na nkrofo kran nim se uto sa nyama ni wi a ye ma certificate. Inti na banks ne kran kan tre Ghana for say uto treasury bill wi a bra na beje o certificate na banks ne kan tre Ghana for. Bende esan say under President Akufo Addo during the first time yehu say obetumi ato government security still obehwere usika ninti. Now what is happening is that the banks are giving out the certificates to people say brana beji certificate until later asem sia enya me bank no ukita certificate eyewo any asem eyewo ne aban na wonya asem no. That is what is happening now. So now people are being told, say, hey, auto security scanner just certificate, it will be proof if something happens. First, no, we all knew, say, nothing will happen. So there is no way, this certificate in Karaman for. We didn't even tell people, say, certificates were. About the same, Nini na dear bako, Bosian bo. In as much as Yeni na yabo Mahametina. I mean, obi be catch me melodies then you say in as much as na yebo Mahamet no. Adia ba kwa Mahama anye ne say okọ international market no hwe na se sika na hu hia wonje. Okọ international market no se ope 1 billion na se o ye be ma 2 billion na Mahama wonje. Na so anda kenofo yata okọ no se ope 2 billion na ma na 3 billion no se ya na o de fa mame. And then ye dey do baby ewo and you are still thinking this way. Why? Because President Akufo Addo knows that after next year, President Akufo Addo nyama wa ye ni na no. Oh yeah, he is not the one going to pay for it too. The chimba na eba betia. Oh yeah, debt restructuring na 15 years. Another President Akufo Addo no way. It is our cap oba be bobosia se ya. Onim se nyo no betia. Hey, mo tre mo adwen.